everybody, today's topic, economic goods. Although there are numerous goods in economics, today we are going to focus on only 4 goods. And these goods are our normal goods, inferior goods, substitute and complement goods. In order to use some practical examples to differentiate between these goods, let's first look at our normal goods. For normal goods, we are going to look at the relationship between income and quantity demand. We can therefore classify normal goods based on how quantity demand is affected by income. For normal goods, if income increases, quantity demand will also increase. This makes sense, as our income increases, our demand will also increase. For inferior goods, this is however not the case. Inferior goods are also classified by looking at the relationship between income and quantity demand. However, for inferior goods, if income increases, the quantity demand will decrease. Now it's time to differentiate between complements and substitute goods. It's important to note that when we talk about complement goods and substitute goods, we are going to investigate how the price of one product affects the quantity demand of another. First, let's look at complement goods. Complement goods are 2 separate goods that are used together as they complement one another. For complement goods, we will investigate the price of one product in relation to the quantity demand of another. If the price of one product changes, this will affect the quantity demanded of another, due to these 2 goods being complements. The relationship is thus: increase in price of product A will lead to a decrease in the quantity demand of product B. Next up, let's look at our substitute goods. Substitute goods are goods that fulfill the same purpose. These goods can therefore be used in place of one another to fulfill the same demand. Similar to complement goods, we are interested in how the price of one product affects the quantity of another. For substitute goods, the relationship is therefore, if price of product A increases, quantity demand of product B will also increase. Let's look at our first example. We will now differentiate between inferior goods and normal goods. Our first product, coffee. Coffee can be classified as a normal good. This is due to the relationship that coffee has with income and quantity demand. If our income increases, we will demand more coffee. Increase in Y will therefore lead to an increase in quantity demand. However, if we take a bit of a closer look, coffee can also be classified as an inferior good. This depends on the type of coffee that we are consuming. If we look at high quality machine or filter coffee, we will more likely demand this type of coffee when we have more income. However, if our income decreases, coffee becomes an inferior good. This, if our income decreases, we are more likely to buy another type of coffee. For example, instant coffee. Instant coffee is thus an inferior good due to the relationship between income and quantity demand. If our income decreases, the quantity demand for our cheaper and lower quality coffee, such as instant coffee, will increase. For our next example, we are going to differentiate between complement and substitute goods. For this example, consider the following product: milk. Suppose that you use milk in your coffee in addition to eating your breakfast cereal. The milk that you are using is ordinary dairy milk that comes from cows. A substitute good for milk should serve the same purpose. For example, almond milk. Almond milk can be used instead of ordinary milk. It's important to note that the price of almond milk will affect the quantity of our ordinary milk. If the price of almond milk increases, almond milk becomes more expensive, hence will increase our demand for ordinary milk. If almond milk is a substitute good, let's now consider a complement good for milk. A complement good are goods that can be used together. For milk, this includes cookies as well as Nesquik. If the price of milk increases, this will result in a decrease in demand for cookies or Nesquik. The following goods are complement goods that my students furnished in their exam. Feel free to tell me which student you think provided the most original complement good example. Thank you all. Please remember to subscribe. I'll see you next time.